think one thing, just in terms of Jesus and his earthly ministry, when he came to the temple, his public ministry, he said that the Spirit of the Lord is upon me to preach the good news, he said, to the poor. And even that's not necessarily an economic situation, because you have a lot of people who are seven figures, but they're still poor in terms of their beatitudes to others, in terms of their benevolence of others. They can still be poor in spirit, although they can have a seven-figure income. And so the issues that Jesus said that he had come to address, poor in spirit, those who are prisoners. A lot of people are imprisoned with racism, imprisoned with systematic privileges, and people are in bondage with that. And he also talked about the blind. And it's one thing to be physically blind, but to be spiritually blind, where you don't see someone as your brother or sister, but you see a skin color. That's a blindness right there. And then those who are captive that need to be set free, or another translation says those who are having life literally squeezed out of them. And when you look at the situation today, lives of Black people are literally being squeezed out of them. Unless you have privileges and opportunities, you're going to be in this kind of cesspool that's seen by law enforcement, that anytime they stop someone of color, you don't know what could happen. You really don't. But I believe the power of the gospel over everything. Still, I'm not going to give up hope or hang my head or feel defeated, because I know there's still power in the blood. And I know that Jesus says in the end, we all win. These are trying times right now, but the game's not over.
If you enjoyed this conversation from the Monday Morning Preacher podcast, discover the full episode at preachingtoday.com/podcast.